the paranormal, you've probably at least stumbled upon the theory that our dogs can see entities from the other side with their naked eyes. Whether or not you believe your pets can see ghosts depends on your own belief in the paranormal, but there is scientific proof out there that dogs can smell, hear, and feel things that humans can't. An article on Reader's Digest that interviewed pet specialists even suggested that if ghosts are real, it's more than likely that they could see them. Have you ever noticed your dog staring at a wall or ceiling and growling? Or barking like mad at seemingly nothing? Perhaps there is something more at play than just a case of the zoomies. Well, we found some new unsettling videos of family dogs sensing the unknown. Check it out.
Come here. Come here. Mama's got you. Mama's got you. What's wrong, Autumn? I got you. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my God. Are you okay, Autumn?
She's shaking.
Come on, let's go over there and see what's wrong. Come on. What is it? Come on. Come on. What's wrong? What is it?
Nothing good.
What is it?
This dog wants to go over there, but you're going to go
A
over there.
petrified dog rushes to its owner as it growls and barks at something unseen. Perhaps she heard a distant noise that we couldn't pick up on, but whatever she senses makes
by
her
the way,
shiver
it's
in
storming.
fear, right down to her bones.
Autumn, what is
You can hear
it?
the thunder.
Whether or not that poor pup experienced something otherworldly, we have more paranormal content to sink your teeth into. A guy on Reddit posted claiming to be a lifetime skeptic, but this video challenged his beliefs.
No. Mm-mm.
In the post itself, he explains this event occurred when he was at work, and his wife sent him the video wondering what had truly spooked the dogs. She only saw the closet door open, but when he reviewed the footage, he heard an unknown voice saying something like, "Hiya" or "Taya,"
Yeah.
right before the door opens. It definitely sounds spooky on a first
It's just a
watch,
ghost,
but
but
some
then,
commenters
like,
thought this might not have been as
practicing his
terrifying
karate.
as we and the dogs seem to think. Doors opening by themselves are pretty much seen as the Starbucks Frappuccino of the paranormal world. It's basic. It's been seen countless times before and nobody really takes it seriously anymore. But the noise itself sounds pretty spooky. And why would the dogs be so upset by it? Surely they've seen and heard that door open before if they live in the house. So what scared them so badly? This next one shows another dog in distress, but there's something else that had viewers shaking in their boots.
There it goes. There it goes. Yeah. What is this first? Where's the ghost? Right there. Where? Where is it? She's staring at the
We could give you the whole "we don't know what they're sensing" rigmarole, but you've heard it before. The original poster seemed to get a gut feeling something wasn't right. So she carried on recording and noticed something bone-chilling.
What the fuck?
A shadow reaches out to grab Rosie the dog. People in the comments were going wild with theories, mostly centering around the idea that it's a ghost cat. Or something more sinister, with some mentioning growls. Spooky, right? The dog was clearly terrified. So much so that the behavior carried on when the original poster shacked up someplace else.
Is there a ghost?
Is it a ghost, or you need to get your dog some meds? Just saying. Oh man. It didn't attach that good enough.
Run.
She seems to think whatever upset Rosie in the previous video latched onto them, following them into their new place. Either way, do you think these dogs witnessed visions of terror from the other side? Or are they just of a nervous disposition? Let us know down below.
Okay, the Pomeranian made me nervous, but those
This
guys?
guy caught something on his security camera, was still puzzled, trying to figure it out. The footage was caught at a marina over the Hudson River. Take a look.
Oh, can you not? Aliens?
According to him, this footage was captured by a normal security camera with no real effects. But no idea what kind of camera it was, because if this thing flew over the water, how come there was no reflection? Did you notice that too? Could it be a supersonic alien craft, or just some good video editing shenanigans? Let us know.
Grandma thinks she gets visited by a little pink girl who gets her excited. Little did she know, there was more to what she was seeing than she thought. Check this eerie video out.
Grandma.
What is amazing, Mom?
Can you see this little pink girl here?
The pink girl?
At a hospital, a grandma who seems to be under treatment is seen looking out of the room into the hall, observing
Somebody
something.
fix her meds, please.
The
She's
man
scaring
with her
everybody.
questions what she sees, and her answer is either heartwarming or very chilling.
Harder.
They're having a party?
Oh, party.
What kind of, is it a birthday party with kids?
She claims to see a little pink girl standing right in front of her.
Can you see this little pink girl here?
One that the man obviously can't see, as the footage doesn't show any human in the room besides them. However, he tried asking if the little girl looks Oriental, as his mum lived overseas for a while.
Is she Chinese or Oriental?
What?
Pardon me?
Oh, you would show me a giant snake on your
Chinese?
screen. Trying to
He
scream,
questions her
man.
further about what she sees, and the granny explains that there are kids having a party in the hospital. What exactly was she seeing? Was it a figment of her imagination, or was there really something more to it? Something that most human eyes can't see, but the granny was able to witness? Let us know in the comments.
Here's a weird one. Ross Allison uploaded this video on YouTube, and according to the description, this lady believes something sinister followed her home from a previous paranormal investigation. Ever since that night, something really creepy has been happening to her whenever she tries another EVP session. But
lays
this
on the
time,
floor.
it was all caught on camera.
Hi, it's me again. Obviously. No one can understand why you have to scream, and neither can I. Why do you follow me everywhere? I know you need my help, but I can't understand you. Please, can you just try to not scream? Can you try to tell me your name? Or what you'd like for us to call you? I have friends with me. They understand things in the spirit world. We all want to try to help. I know you came with me from Rolling Hills, and I told you you would never have to go back there. But now I'm thinking you need to go someplace else.
You don't have to go home.
I'm going to turn off my recorder.
Stay here.
Hopefully I can hear you. I know it's frustrating for you, and it is for me too. I'm going to turn it off now.
see what we got.
That's not cool. That screams not human. No. Yeah, I'd be upset too, thoroughly.
How freaky. That scream sounds pure evil.
How to play it again? GoosePimples?
Well, there's one thing we're not happy about. When she stops the recording right before the playback part, there's a jump cut. Did they stop the camera to fake that scream and then start recording again to pretend it was a ghost? Or did that jump cut happen just on the short version of this investigation? In the video description, they mention the following. Here, we conducted an experiment where she held the recorder in plain view to show the device was not tampered with during the recording session. Well, that's not what we saw though. We saw a jump cut between the recording part and the playback part. Since we couldn't find the raw footage, if you come across it somewhere else, please let us know. We love to be proven wrong about the jump cut, but until then, we'll throw this one in the fake pile. What do you think though? Let us know if you agree or not.
Here's another formation of 3. This clip was recorded by JLyn153 on Reddit, and yet again it's in America, New Jersey. But this was filmed a few years back in late November 2020.
That is weird. When pretty much stopped. Are you videoing it?
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah,
Is that plane?
Yeah.
It can't be 3 separate airplanes. One looks like it stopped.
Like that's in planes, dude.
It's
Come
not a
on.
satellite. Satellites aren't red.
The huge debate when it comes to this clip is whether or not they're just drones, as they're supposed to move in a similar pattern. But who knows? This clip brought up a huge debate among fellow UFO fans anyway. There's also a lot of discussion about the lights, as they seem to be fixed to a single triangle that was rotating. But there seems to be no right or wrong answer for this one without concrete proof. So feel free to speculate in the comments section. These guys are all about exploring haunted places at unholy hours. They get hints from people who experience paranormal activities and investigate based on that intel. However, this exploration was one that made them reconsider their line of work. They end up in a hamlet that's been abandoned for decades with no electricity or accessible roads. One follower who had visited the place about 10 years earlier described seeing an old couple who creepily told him to leave and never come back, and he suggested they investigate the village too. Upon arriving at the village, they fan out and explore various parts of the village. They also agreed to rendezvous every 30 minutes. Little did they know that within the first half hour, things took a sinister turn. One of them fails making it to the rendezvous point and wasn't answering their calls.
Oh, that's
Terrified,
not
they
right.
set out to find it.
Yeah, go find it.
But their discovery makes them wish they had taken the creepy couple's advice.
Dai-chan. Dai-chan.
Is he okay? Like, oh man.
大ちゃんあ、ちょっと待ってね足場が悪すぎてさおお大ちゃん大ちゃん
Is that him?
大ちゃん
That's him. Okay. Get your friend and get out.
ある廃屋内で男性を発見するが、まるで数日間そこに囚われていたかのように疲弊しきった姿でうずくまっていた。
They found their friend sitting with his head tucked between his knees, looking like he'd been dazed or hypnotized. But things only got spookier from here.
I've got goosebumps on my back. was sitting.
The footage found on his camera shows a ghostly figure looking through one of the doors,
7.
throwing him off balance because he wasn't expecting someone to be there. But when he turned the camera again, the figure had vanished.
ファミコン撮影者が見たものは台所とおぼしき場所の前にこちらに背を向けて座る老婆だった。投稿者の友人が遭遇したという怪異との関係性は不明だが、この廃集落がたびたび類似した怪奇現象が報告されている。
Then he saw someone who appeared to be wearing a kimono sitting in the kitchen area. And as you may have guessed, the figure vanished right after too. But if you found this one creepy, wait until you see what they captured the other night.
I don't want.
定点撮影を開始し、しばらくしたその時、男性は見えない何かに襲われ、恐怖のあまりその場から逃げます。
That could be fake.
They explored a room believed to be haunted by a witch with a rocking chair, where anyone who sat on it would suffer a loss of senses. With the chair now gone, they improvised with the TV. After a while, the guy used as bait felt a hand on his shoulder and pulled a "screw you guys, I'm going home" and ran for the steps. But just when they thought they'd escaped the horror, this happened.
No, that's not. That... I want to see him looking behind him, though.
As the entire team gathers on the stairs, they spot an eerie shadow lurking behind them.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Whether you
Don't
believe
want
this to be real or fake, just imagine capturing something like this on camera.
I don't like that, no.
Would you continue getting tips from strangers about haunted places for you to explore at stupid o'clock? Screw that. Religious congregations are some of the most spiritual places you can visit, but this crowd of Jehovah's Witnesses had their attention drawn away from the Holy Spirit by something less holy. You missed it? Don't worry, it's pretty hard to spot. A pale silhouette runs down between the pews.
Yeah, but that could be
this be
video
the
editing.
apparition of someone who once was? Well, as spooky as this video looks on the outside, the video quality
seen some
might be a factor
videos.
in its authenticity. But the translucent figure seems otherworldly. And
Like
did
they're
you not
edited
notice
like
the
that.
speed of it in comparison to everyone else? It felt unnatural. Perhaps even paranormal.
Perhaps
Could this
even
have been a lost spirit
Ed.
sprinting, or the result of some motion blur? Whatever the person was running from, no idea. Maybe they left their ghostly oven on, or the heaven's door unlocked. Who knows?
After hearing the creepy story surrounding a Japanese hotel that has been abandoned for years, these guys couldn't stop themselves and had to explore it at stupid o'clock.
Stupid o'clock. This guy.
But dark corridors and rotting walls weren't the only things plaguing the old building, as they would soon find out while investigating one of the lower rooms. Someone or something has been watching them the whole time. Take a look.
What's that? I missed it. Yeah, I'd
Look
be
closely
running too.
and you can just about make it
Oh.
out.
That could
There's
be
a
one of your
shadow
friends
figure
messing with
lurking
you.
among the rubble. Sure, the video is so dark and the encounter so quick that for all we know, it could have been one of his buddies just having a laugh for a spooky video. But according to locals, this haunted hotel houses the souls of many previous guests, where it's not uncommon to hear screams at night, and some even reported seeing shadow figures lurking around the building, just like this one. They actually explore places plagued with mystery around Japan based on information obtained from interviews with local residents, with the aim of, quote, encountering the unknown. But what's your take? Are they staging it? Or are all the rumours surrounding this haunted hotel real cases of paranormal activity? Let us know your thoughts.
This family keeps getting visited by something which tends to mess with them. And no matter how hard they look or search, there just isn't anything there. From shadows caught out of the corner of their eyes that suddenly disappear, to doors and drawers appearing open when they were pretty sure they had left them closed. This house seems to be a paranormal hotspot.
How do you not go crazy?
So they
And
started
stuff
leaving
like that?
cameras everywhere to try and get some proof that they were not going crazy.
Yeah.
Little
how do
did
you
they
not?
know that the proof they got would be the one thing that would eventually send them nuts. Take a look.
No, not the baby. Ugh. What? I'm
Either
not
the teddy
knitting,
bear
I'm
comes to
making a
life to
Chanel
ensure the baby's
rose.
still asleep, or something the
mom
cam
rose.
shouldn't detect got handsy and wanted to play a little, moving the
Well,
toy
yeah, I
on
have
its
to
own.
twist this
What would you do
together
if
and
you
then
saw
I
your
have to
baby's
fold
teddy
these over
squeezing
and
its
it's a
body like
process.
that with no one around?
1, 2, 3.
Could this be some invisible force, or just some well played out tricks involving strings, edits, and camera positioning? Or perhaps it's something more sinister. Something that creeps like a tiny monster while it searches for its next victim.
9, 10? What the?
I think we found our little
looks
culprit.
scary.
Jokes aside though,
looks
do you
silly.
reckon this house is really haunted? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Imagine living in a house where strange things happen all the time. Things you've tried to understand by throwing all sorts of potentially logical explanations, but still can't make any sense of them after all these years. Now imagine, with all that's going on, your camera captures something like this.
What? I missed it. Oh no.
Hard to spot, right? Take a look at the hallway right after Marika's husband walks from their bedroom into the bathroom.
That's just a baby falling over.
Who or what sent that baby flying? When
Oh.
we zoom in,
Oh,
we
gosh,
can clearly
yeah,
see
he
her
fell pretty
being
hard.
abruptly pushed. The baby is fine, but Marika,
I mean,
the
babies-
owner of that house and the uploader of this video,
Babies
still
can
feels
be
shaken up by what her camera caught. You see, the mother
Very
and daughter
classic.
were guests at the house, and maybe whatever the hell pushed her didn't want her around the house. Some believe ghosts can be pretty territorial anyway. I know what you're thinking. She just slipped, or the mother's hand pushed her by accident. Well, hold on, because there are more strange things captured on camera inside this house. But before we go there, it's also important to mention that this is far from the first time a camera captured a kid violently pushed by seemingly no one.
Oh, hell no. You're gonna fight. Don't be pushing my kid. Dang, gum, that was hard. Don't be pushing my kid. We're gonna fight. I will fight a ghost. That's all that one house, though, is it?
So, we're left with a question. Is this proof the house is really haunted? Not yet, but check this out.
What the hell was that? These videos are getting to me. I don't know. What am I supposed to be watching? Show? Oh, what do you see, son? Now, whatever he saw, he went straight to his parents. He was done. Wow.
While the family played songs, their young son danced in jubilant circles. That was until he spotted something we couldn't see and started backpedaling in fear. After that, the kid seems to be following something around the room, acting very weirdly. Of course, the family didn't notice this at the time. They only went back to check the cameras for more strange occurrences when things became way too strange right in front of their eyes. For example, her son left the bowl sitting on the floor after eating some cereal bites, only for Marika to turn around and find the bowl rolling like someone or something was playing with it for a long time. And how do you explain this?
That was violent. That was very violent. Oh my God.
As they tidied
That
up the
was very
kitchen,
violent.
the cabinet's door was violently opened, tossing everything out. According to the family,
There,
this
goosebumps.
happened more times in different areas of the house, and for the kitchen, it's usually a shattery paranormal makeover. Plus, their reaction shows just how much that caught them by surprise, making the video all the more spooky. After watching all
I
this,
swear
do
he
you think
raised
the
some
girl
fist
was
like he was
really
about to
pushed
fight.
by something sinister, or is there a universe somewhere where all these clips make perfect sense together? Which one of the videos did you find most unexplainable? Let us know in the comments.
One of the most viral videos regarding UFOs was released by Alexei Inwit.
6, 7, 8, 9. What is that? What is that? That looks like one of those UFOs I've seen before. Kind of like there's a jellyfish or a squid in the sky. Yeah.
If you know what they recorded with to capture this footage, do comment below. We've never seen something in higher quality, but seriously, what is that object next to the moon? Some people believe it may be an Amazon delivery driver, and that's why their package is late, and they're probably right. Like almost every
you're wrong for
teenager,
that.
these guys always laughed at ghost stories and paranormal sightings. But what they caught in this video has left them speechless and questioning everything they thought they knew. This one is really hard to spot. But before we go there, a huge shout out to our viewer Danny Sharp, who suggested this video on our Discord server. Thanks, mate. Now back to our spooky business. These dudes appear to be having a little music production session at Stupid O'Clock. And soon they find out why it isn't such a smart thing to do, because you never know what might be lurking in the dark. As one of these guys records everyone in the room, he inadvertently captures something that was only pointed out by someone who saw the Snapchat video later on. Easy to miss, right?
Ooh.
A creepy pale face can be seen for a brief
I like
moment
that.
snooping through the window. This undoubtedly could be a heart-thumping experience for anyone, especially if you're the one that has to sleep in that room every night. But what if that's what they want us to believe? Are we really buying into the whole unholy entity act? Or did they just recruit a friend to slap on some powder and play Casper? Ghost or glam? We can't
Maybe
know
it
for sure.
does.
However, we must consider
Creepy
the
bastard.
possibility of something far more sinister lurking in the shadows.
And
After
damn.
all, these dudes didn't even know someone or something was there until a friend pointed it out. Second, we faintly saw a fully formed face by the window. If it were a reflection, it wouldn't be so well formed, throwing up the possibility of someone actually being on the other side watching them. But what do you think? Real or fake? Let us know in the comments. Exploring creepy abandoned buildings alone at stupid o'clock might seem like fun and games, but when the paranormal comes to bite you in the arse, you'll go from Rambo mode to running for your spare pants in a heartbeat, just like Alex from Hunting the Unknown in the scary video you're about to watch.
This place is in the middle of like a forest. It used to be a winery, but it's over 25 years it's been derelict, abandoned. So the forest has reclaimed this place pretty much. And it's known to have people coming in to do seances and things like that, satanic things. Because in the UK you might not think it, but it's very popular in this country. Satanists, do demons, all that sort of stuff, summoning rituals. You name it, guys, they do it in this country. What the?
What is that sound?
What was that?
This paranormal investigation
sound
took
right now?
place inside an old winery restaurant that closed down over 20 years ago, when the owners had enough of the bizarre events they started witnessing quite regularly. From doors slamming out of nowhere to staff members getting scratched, objects smashing on the floor and whatnot. The place is believed to be a paranormal hotspot, but if you thought that the evils that tormented this place were long gone, you thought wrong. After hearing a bang, Alex decided to check out the devices he had placed earlier to find out the source of the noise, only to realize that someone or something had slammed one of those doors right in front of one of his static cameras. But whatever did that was only just getting started. You see, he also set up a music box that goes off when it detects someone walking past it.
I want to face it here, I reckon. So you turn it on as a sensor on the front of it. If something walks past it, the music will go off. So at the moment it's calibrating this area. So that's a sensor, guys. So if something walks past that, it will go off.
But when the music box went off this time, there was no one to be seen.
What the?
And as he sought to find out what was going on by talking to the ether and asking for a sign, something truly bizarre happened on camera. Take a look.
Where are you? Can you give me a sign, please? Oh, what the f... What the... What the... What the f was that? Hell.
One of the bottles was knocked off by something we couldn't see, covering his skin with goose pimples to no end. But that's not all. After getting over the shot of adrenaline, his camera captures something way more sinister. Take a look.
Down, hold, please, to lock down. It's closed, I don't understand this. I'm pretty sure this is like that. Hello? Let's see too much sound in there. Who's there?
Bet you missed it, didn't you? What looks like a pure black shadow person seems to be watching him from the darkness. But when he investigates the area, it's gone. At this point, he'd seen enough. So he pulled a "screw you guys, I'm going home" and darted out of there.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
Now, as compelling as this footage might look, we can't just go around believing everything we see online, can we?
Nope.
Let's take a more skeptical approach. We're supposed to assume he was alone at a haunted place at stupid o'clock, right? But what if he wasn't really alone there? I mean, all we can do is take his word for it, but we can't know for a fact if there was someone else off camera or not. For all we know, the door could have been moved by someone behind this wall, and the music box could have gone off using a tampered remote device. But on the other hand, how do we explain the bottles being knocked over right in front of the camera? Jump cuts? Strings? We looked through the footage thoroughly and still couldn't find traces of any. And the pitch black shadow apparition he filmed at the end could also be some truly compelling evidence. The cherry on top of this paranormal cake. But then again, did you notice how long it took for him to investigate that area and prove there was no one inside? The last time we saw the shadow figure on camera, he panned it left and then right again. But this time focused on the floor for some weird reason, leaving the doorway off camera. Almost as if trying to avoid showing us that door area, leaving enough time for whoever was there to leave before he went in. Suspicious? Sure. Proof of fakery? Absolutely not. Without proof, these are just assumptions, and we can assume all we want. But the question remains, what if? What if that really was a creepy-ass shadow dude lurking around and making Alex nervous, acting sus? This video is, without a doubt, one of the creepiest videos we've seen lately. Whether real or not, Alex deserves a massive shout out for uploading such a creepy paranormal investigation.
Congrats.
But we want to hear your thoughts too. What do you think about the whole thing? Real paranormal evidence? Or just another great piece of spooky entertainment? Let us know in the comment section. And if you want to watch more videos like this, make sure to check his channel on YouTube, Hunting the Unknown. In a short but viral clip off the Atlantic coast, Alex McCall captured two planes which appear to be chasing an object at rapid speed. The sighting was captured on June 20th, 2022 at 15:22 Eastern Time. Let's watch. It's hard to have a strong basis on what is actually happening due to the video being so short. But looking closely frame by frame, the two black planes were evidently chasing the object in front, which seems to have a disc-shaped figure. Alex provided some further context in the comments section, where he stated there were hundreds of people around, and one person said his mum got good footage of it. We're yet to see their POV of the events that took place, but the clips bring up a very good conversation, since there is no concrete answer. Yet. In southeast Brazil, there is a city called Joinville, and if you travel a few blocks from the city centre, you'll find yourself in the middle of Joinville Migrants Graveyard, which locals believe to be extremely haunted. Founded by German immigrants, the first migrants to arrive in Brazil from 1851 to 1913 have all been laid to rest on that very ground. And while the land itself seems to have remained relatively untrodden and rather quiet, some paranormal investigators couldn't just let it slip through their fingers, or camera lenses. The team over on Rafael Furpa's YouTube channel suited up and trekked over, hoping to catch some historical paranormal activity. And boy, did they deliver.
Aqui do nada, a gente veio por ali, aí eu senti uma presença estranha aqui, entendeu? Ai! Galera, os mosquitos estão matando a gente aqui, velho. Tá preula, mano. Olha, tô tudo picado. A gente deixou a câmera bem no esquema aqui, porque nessa parte aqui eu senti uma presença bem forte. Um negócio bem passando. Mano, um negócio passando lá. Peraí. Caralho, mano, que tiro foi isso? Vamos ver se tem alguma coisa ali. Chega aí. Mano, eu vi um bagulho passando daqui pra cá. Mano, será que tem alguém ali? Tem alguém aí? Eita. Te juro, Vinícius, mano, te juro. Eu não sei se era uma pessoa ou se era alguma coisa, cara. Mano. Eu vi, Vinícius, passando. Ai, seu viado, eu pensei que era alguém que estava aqui do lado. Te juro, Vinícius, passou pra cá, mano. Deixa eu ver se não tem ninguém aqui. Galera, eu não tô brincando, eu vi alguma coisa passando. Eu pensei que até que era alguém, esses caras que vêm do cemitério à noite. Gótico. Você não viu? Você não viu, você tava de costas, eu acho.
Who or what the hell was that? Skeptics were quick to jump on the comments section claiming it to be CGI.
It looks
And
like
while they do
CGI,
have a point, since it's easier than ever to create ghostly figures using video editing tricks, isn't it spine-chilling enough to think that this could truly be one of the many lost souls wandering the cemetery? We analysed the video, and to be fair, if you look closely enough, when a shadowy figure passes by the metal bars, it seems a bit dodgy that some of them go darker. But could the camera quality cause that? Very interesting if you ask us, but what do you think about this one? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. When people get bored, they usually read a book, hang out with friends, or exercise, but this dude explores creepy abandoned buildings at stupid o'clock in his spare time. Little does he know, he's about to understand the reason why his parents keep telling him that this might not be the wisest of hobbies, because tonight things take a sudden turn into the realm of panic, where curiosity may indeed prove costly for him.
What? Maybe malfunction? Hey, slow down, buddy. What are you doing? Oh, he was cool.
It all starts when he decides to check out an old apartment that was mysteriously abandoned. Soon, he figures out why the previous residents left in a hurry, leaving almost everything behind. After walking into a room with an upside-down crucifix, he suddenly hears an eerie jingle from the music box. While this would be enough to scare anyone witless, he continues his exploration. That is, until he comes face to face with his worst nightmare. As the camera pans across the room, an item on the shelf is knocked down by someone, or something, and objects are thrown at him by whatever's in the house. What the hell could have flung those things at him? Wasn't he supposed to be alone on this one-man Scooby-Doo adventure? After this barrage, he gets the message and runs to safety. Not minding that his leg gets caught in some of the stuff on the ground. As legit as the guy might appear, we're not in the business of taking videos at face value. So let's take a deeper look. While the music box could have been tampered with by a remote device, it appears far too ancient to have such a feature. But we're not entirely ruling out that possibility. But what about the item that fell from the shelf? Strings, perhaps? Given the poor quality of the video, it's hard to look past the possibility of that. And since he turned his camera to the ground when things were tossed at him, it's hard to tell if it was staged. That being said, there's a possibility that something far more sinister decided to freak him out there. What do you think then? Real poltergeist activity caught on camera? Or a cheap shot at paranormal fakery? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. The next clip shows a terrifying UFO sighting that occurred in San Diego, California on June 27, 2022. The timing of this sighting is particularly interesting, as it was only a week after the unexplained incident where 2 planes were seen chasing a UFO in the same area. It's clear that something strange is happening, and this footage captured by MUFON is just another example. Let's take a look.
That's just Harry Potter's flying card.
Okay, what the hell?
How do we even know that's the sky? There's not much else to look at. It just looks like they're looking down at the ground with some cars. There's something down there.
The witness who recorded this footage was simply walking his dog to the beach when he saw a series of flashing lights in the sky. As he continued to watch, the lights grew brighter and then suddenly disappeared, or rose higher as the object took off. What could it have been? There might be someone, or something, out there watching us. Mainstream media tried to claim it was flares that caused the uproar in the area, but flares leave a bright white smoke trail behind them as they slowly descend. Plus, flares don't maintain a formation like that for so long. One thing is safe to say, it's definitely not a Chinese spy balloon, that's for sure.
While ranting about an article on the New Bible translations, Pastor Paul Beagley never expected to get a message from the other side, but he did, and it left him absolutely terrified. Take a look.
Jesus is the Son of God. I'm not big into getting into people's doctrines. I understand that. That's what these guys are doing. They're dealing with the Word of God.
Oh, that's not. Yeah.
So much for just the Word of God. Looks like he thinks it's time for action instead. From what we can tell, Pastor Beagley and a large number of people genuinely believe that the devil was the culprit, especially considering that a few seconds before the crucifix was thrown, he was doing this.
Where's my squeeze ball right now? This is I double dog dare the devil to mess with the Word of God. I'm at the squeeze. You can't do that. That's a little teaching tool we use to teach our children that you have authority over the devil. I double dog dare the devil to do what? To deal with the Word of God.
It could have also just been unbalanced weights finally shifting. He did look shocked, to be fair, but still, do you think the devil wanted to make its presence known? Or what really happened there? Let us know your thoughts.
Hey, here's a playlist full of creepy stuff caught on camera for you to enjoy. Don't forget to bump the like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon to avoid missing our weekly Spook Fest. Thanks for watching. Stay in the dark.
Find more GoosePimples videos. Please watch one more. A little bit of one more, maybe. Wait, that's best scary videos. Oh wait, okay. Yeah, the animal best too.
Certain musical notes have been known to strike a chord with certain paranormal entities. And this guy is about to find out why he might have to pursue another career. Watch this.
The heck? What you got going on in that reflection?
Now that is one hell of a reason to freak right out. Imagine living in a haunted house where objects move and strange sounds emanate out of thin air, but then you capture something like this on camera. A shadowy figure that manifests behind you when you least expect. But when you turn the camera, it's gone. It's safe to assume he might be dealing with more than just a fond admirer. More like a supernatural stalker.
This is another cautionary tale about using a Ouija boards to throw onto the pile. This guy didn't listen to any of them himself.
Do they ever? They don't.
In a streak of wisdom, he decided to play around with one in his own home, and chaos began to ensue.
Where are you going? Huh?
Estoy solo. No hay nada. No hay nada. No hay nada. Lucía. Lucía. No me deja tranquilo. No sé dónde está. No sé dónde está. No sé dónde está. Está ahí. Siempre la veo ahí. Siempre la veo. What the fuck? No, 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 no. No, no, no.
No. What? Nope.
¡Esta mierda! ¡Esta mierda! ¡Esta mierda!
All those tears and desperation in his voice seems pretty genuine. The more you dig through his videos, the more he seems to be losing his mind.
Estoy escuchando música que viene de acá.
You are losing your mind if you start messing with those.
Mira, mira, mira. What the fuck? Estoy escuchando guitarra.
Especially if you don't know how to use them. It's like any other
Although
tool.
the strange
It's
thing
dangerous.
is, we can't see the guitar strings vibrating at all, nor can we see
portal,
any piano keys being
open the
pressed when
portal.
they play.
Shut it.
Could he be editing the audio of his videos? I
Close.
guess we need to
Get
dig
some
a
help.
little deeper.
Se está moviendo eso, yo no lo estoy moviendo, boludo. Amigo, se está moviendo la mano. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yo me trajo. The fuck?
What?
Ve, boludo. El agua en
What?
el pozo, chabón.
You
Me
suck.
quiero tratar de
I
relajar.
love you, but you suck.
La voy a agarrar, no sé, amigo. No sé.
4, 5, 6,
¡Puta
7,
madre!
8,
¡La
9,
puta
10.
madre! ¡Che!
The type of activity is pretty easy to stage, but there's something about how upset he is that makes his videos so unsettling. And also, why would he deliberately spill a bottle of water next to an electrical appliance in his own room? Let's hope he's just a great actor, but what if he isn't, and he has to deal with this daily? When he started setting up overnight cameras, the activity began ramping up to the point that it was unbearable.
Estoy escuchando cómo suena esa escalera todo el tiempo. Acá en casa. Y estoy solo. No hay nadie. Se escucha fortísimo, mío.
That would get anyone packing their bags and moving out in an instant. One thing about this guy though, he seems genuinely upset and never breaks character, making his videos all the more spooky. Could he be telling the truth? What do you think? Let us know.
Catching the most shocking scene blazing through the sky, this onlooker can't believe his eyes. Give this a look. In this footage, the owner of the telescope is lucky enough to have caught something blinking far away up in the sky.
We have
After
a
zooming
mandolin?
in, it appears to have the shape of a flying saucer, or UFO, which sports a never-seen-before
gotta watch
design. A blazing flame shoots out of its shuttle as it hangs in the sky.
Hey!
Could this be
Watch it,
evidence
it's
of aliens
sharp.
out in
Throws it at
space,
you.
or just a superb edit by the camera operator? It's important to point out that the camera spots a constant flame thrusting out of the shuttle, but the recorded video of what is in the sky is evidently blinking its light, signaling a non-constant light source. Is this one of the best UFO videos out there, or have you seen better? Let us know in the comments.
In the heart of the wilderness, a group of adventurous young lads embark on an unsupervised fishing trip, their hearts brimming with the excitement of conquest and exploration. Little did they know that the eerie unknown lurked just beyond their awareness, silently watching their every move.
Ooh!
While they showed their cool fishing spots, a strange figure was spotted running behind the bushes. A dark figure resembling young Mowgli ran past and disappeared behind the bushes. Could they have discovered the next Jungle Book star? Or was it just another kid in the jungle trying to join in the fun? That said, it may be more than a skeptic would say. What if this was something sinister that haunted little children in the wild? Or worse, a member of one of those tribes that have a peculiar taste when it comes to humans? I guess we'll never know.
Our lovely viewers sent in this next clip, so a huge shout out to Shelly and Micaiah, who recently had a beautiful baby girl. Shelly keeps her front door security camera software open full screen on her iPad while Micaiah's at work. But one day, a notification turned her attention to the device. That's when she saw something really weird starting to form from the bottom left corner into what you're about to see. Upon a later review, they were both left scratching their heads before sending it to us. Let's have a look, shall we?
What is that on the camera? It's moving. Look at it, see it? What the hell is that? Whoa, it's moving. It's like hands.
13, 14, 15, 16. 16.
Hey Siri.
At first glance, it looks like just a bit of mist, doesn't it? Well, let's zoom in and slow down. You can hear Shelly say she thought it looked like a pair of hands at one point, and we can see what she means, can't you?
It's like hands.
There's a strange, slightly humanoid aspect in some snippets of the weird mist if you look real close. Outdoor security cameras often fall victim to the elements, and the picture can be messed with due to rainwater, dirt, cobwebs, or even moisture in the air if the camera is using infrared. But the hands comment has really thrown us onto a knife's edge. How creepy does that look? We can confidently say that we've never seen anything like this coming from a home security camera. Is this a strange camera malfunction, or someone or something sitting in the corner rubbing their hands together in anticipation of being clocked? What do you guys think? Big thanks again to Shelly and Micaiah for sending this incredible catch. On August 25th, 2019, around 7 PM, YouTuber FroLove2017 was returning from the Taruda Art Festival with his family when he saw something really creepy in the sky. Take a look. After spotting an object consisting of 6 bright orange lights hovering motionless in the sky, he filmed continuously for about 7 minutes. The object was located above the Karadad volcano, 15 kilometers away from their parking spot in Meganom. Gradually, the UFO lights began to disappear one by one. And after the disappearance of 2 more lights, only one burned like a bright star. A minute later, the last remaining light of the UFO gradually went out, and the object disappeared from their view and from the camera's field of view. The sighting is noteworthy because Cape Meganom is known to be a mysterious place, with experts claiming that there is a huge UFO base in the depths of the area. Terrifying, isn't it? What you're about to see has left many scratching their heads for answers. Maybe you can find a logical explanation for this utterly shocking video. Take a look.
I don't like that. No.
What the f?
Late one night, some guys were heading home when they noticed a lady moving in a pretty disturbing way. I know you might be thinking she was having a mental breakdown or reacting to substance abuse, but what if it was a demonic manifestation? Or perhaps the video was sped up to give it a more bone-chilling effect. Did we just witness a demon-possessed woman freaking right out? Or just another day in Ohio?
This spine-tingling video is sending shockwaves through the paranormal community, stirring a mix of intrigue and disbelief. But is this genuine proof of alien tech caught on camera, as many insist? Before we dive deep into this chilling enigma, let's watch the footage.
Mira, prendí y apagó. Hay una boya allí.
The comments are flooded with people speculating about a potential craft of non-human origin, and the people recording it are certainly acting surprised. One of the fishermen giggling left us a little unsure though, but it could have just been out of nervousness, right?
Mira, empezó en el puente y está en la boya, era la boya. El puente está a mano izquierda, Mira eso, mira. Mira eso. ¿Hay algo ahí? Mira algo ahí. Míralo. Yo no sé qué carajo es eso, dale para atrás. Si no quieres saber. Dale. No quiero saber. No quiero saber, dale.
I wouldn't want to know what stories of people taken because they see lights on the freaking water. They go check it out and all of a sudden they've lost time and they have alien stories.
Wow.
To be fair, seeing something like that flopping around in the ocean would make anyone a bit antsy. Of course, we had to dig a little deeper. Let's start with the blue light, because there is a beautiful natural light in the ocean that is caused by plankton that evolved to emit a bright blue
But it didn't
light
look like that.
to deter predators. People have coined it the Sea of Stars because of its starry, magical appearance. That would explain the fisherman's
But it
video.
didn't look like that.
However, this phenomenon only occurs when the microorganisms are agitated by someone or something hitting the water. But in the video, there doesn't seem to be anything touching the water, so I guess we're safe to say this wasn't the case. It may be a group of bioluminescent jellyfish. While just as beautiful, these jellies do not venture to the surface, and they're not blazing bright enough to be seen from a fishing boat. With no backstory available, we had to go back to basics and search some other platforms to get an idea of what this could be. That's when we found this video on YouTube.
Okay.
Underwater drones, could it be? While we can't prove that these are the same people from the original video, the light looks remarkably similar. Could that explain the giggling? Or did they really capture something otherworldly? Let us know what you think about this one in the comments section.
The Jefferson Hotel has been running for over 100 years, so of course it became an ideal spot for a poltergeist. However, was it all too much for the owners to handle? Let's find out.
And you can see, nobody was around it or touched it. That person did walk by. We all come in here and look around, and we notice, nothing out of the ordinary until I turned and then saw it right there.
In this first video, the presence of strangers in the hotel ballroom seems to have pissed off the resident spirit, as things spiral quickly. As soon as the men walk out of the scene into the room, the piano panel violently drops on the floor. Later, the owner explained it would be impossible for it to just drop, especially since there was a latch.
But down here, you can kind of see, there's a latch on the left, and it takes some effort to pull out. And it's been that way for the last 3 years, so it's not something that's easily just gonna fall, and even falling on its own.
In this next video, a group is seen chilling in the hotel's kitchen. However, fear creeps in as we realize even though they aren't talking at this particular moment, a voice can be heard speaking on camera. Soon enough, all hell breaks loose. Take a look.
Right there, so now watch what happens. We're talking about the horse, and here we go. You can see we all got. I'm gonna back it up for a second. Right when I go to itch my back, and then they're talking about the father of the horse was a black horse, and all of a sudden, boom, the whole area explodes back there.
Pots and utensils are thrown violently off the shelf, crashing on the floor, frightening the whole group. It doesn't end there though, as the spirits seem restless in this haunted hotel. In another great piece of paranormal footage, we can see dolls move ever so slightly. Enough for their shadows to be caught on cam dashing through the hotel rooms.
going off too, right there, and then you'll see it. And it, like, you see how it's big and then it gets small?
And creepy figures seem to pop up through the curtains, as though trying to imitate the winds blowing against it.
Okay, there was literally like... Have you been recording it?
So you see some other spots here where it looks like something's coming up there as well.
The Jefferson Hotel is well known for the number of incredible paranormal footage they captured over the years, and I bet you can now see why. But there's more.
What I'm doing here, I woke up because I heard a child laughing twice in my bed, so I'm looking around and I zoom into that, and it kind of just stares at me. I didn't know that's my cat right there, but it lost focus, and right about here I freaked out, but you can see the face is still there above, and it's right here by some boxes. Let's see if I zoom out. Right over here, it just stayed there, right there. So as I'm zooming out, it's by that box. Keep in mind where that box is, okay, because I'm going to show you this next video. And that's exactly where I heard the voice coming from, right there. So this next video, this is after the fact. You can see the box down there. You can see nothing's to be found. I thought it was around that area. There's the same box and nothing is there. And here's the still shots. You can see it kind of changes form right there. I don't know what it is, but I heard a child laughing twice, so that was one of the scariest experiences I've had here at the hotel, because that face doesn't look too happy to see me.
Demonic.
A man wakes up to the unsettling face of a creature staring right at him, just as he mentions hearing a child laughing in his room. What makes it even creepier is that he claims to have seen the creature, but unlike most ghost stories, it kept staring back at him without leaving.
One more pedal.
He eventually freaks out and loses sight of the supposed creature. In the next video he takes, the creeper's gone. What exactly is going on at the Jefferson Hotel in Texas? This was just a very tiny portion of all the incredible paranormal footage they have on their YouTube channel. At the historic Jefferson Hotel. Make sure you subscribe to them. They're by far one of our favorite paranormal YouTube channels.
Ever got the feeling that some things felt off after bringing in a new or sometimes antique object to your home? Well, while most of us would shrug it off as nothing, this TikToker recorded her ordeal and shared it with followers. Take a look at what was caught.
So this is an old mirror that I upcycled, and I swear that sometimes you can see stuff in the background of the mirror that isn't actually there in real life. So I'm just gonna do a couple back and forths, but I'm curious to see if anyone sees anything that maybe I didn't catch. So here we go. Here's the mirror. Okay, so that's the background. Once again, my apartment. Alright, comment if you see anything that's out of place.
She claimed that after she upscaled her new mirror, she'd been seeing things through it that aren't there when she looks with her naked eyes. True to what she said, there appears to be a doll sitting on the couch when she looks through the mirror, but when she turns to look, it seemingly disappears into thin air. She doesn't even see it. But could there be a sneaky jump cut where she pans the camera around so fast, even though we couldn't spot any? I think we all know how smooth TikTok transitions can be. On the flip side, maybe something sinister lurks in her home, and the mirror is the only medium to see what's happening. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
Roll up for your next dosage of haunted doll videos, also known as pure unfiltered nightmare fuel. Well, that is if you're not like our longtime viewer, John Brown, who happily owns a ton of them. The more haunted, the better. Let's just see how harmful and traumatizing this video is, shall we?
Oh no. Who's fake? Oh god. There's gotta be an edit. Gotta be. 30.
Well, that was certainly something. The clip's non-disclosed origins adds to its mystery. Why is there an Anna from Frozen doll lurking completely alone in a random room? No idea. A spine-tingling laugh causes the man to check behind the doll.
6 goosebumps.
But finds nothing. Then its eyes move, forcing him to dash away in a state of total fear. Real or fake? No thanks.
Natalie Gamez from Austin, Texas, appears to be in complete and utter shock from what she captured right outside her window. This was recorded at 5:13 a.m, and Natalie herself has come out and stated that when it happened, she was so petrified she couldn't even go back to sleep, and it kept her up at night for weeks. But what could Natalie have witnessed that caused her such a terrifying experience? Let's watch.
What the f is that? What the f is that? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
What is that?
Oh, it's a light?
What is that? What the f?
You got aliens outside your window, ma'am.
Bro. Is that a fucking UFO?
Probably.
Oh my gosh!
It's trying to catch you
What
sleep.
the hell?
It's creeping.
Right there? Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. Bro. Oh my gosh.
What's interesting about this Reddit post was a comment from someone else near Austin, where Natalie filmed the video, who reported seeing a UFO at the exact same time on that day. Skeptics were quick to assume it's just a plane, but the triangular shape of the lights and the way it moves so slowly and close to the ground makes things a hell of a lot harder to explain, especially when at some point it literally stayed still in mid-air. Plus, we see flashing colours such as green and red, which many believe to be commonly associated with most unexplained sightings. Some commenters even mention that this is one of the best UFO sightings they've ever seen. The pure reaction of Natalie freaking out at what she just filmed, as well as the panning to the car on the left to comprehend if they're witnessing what she's filming, makes it a great capture indeed. But what do you think? Let us know in the comment section. TikToker MayQ has been on the receiving end of some pretty strange activities ever since he moved into his new home, but this time he finally summoned the courage to get his phone to film it. Here's what he caught.
Ini juga sah. Yang jelas ya, jelas. Jelas ya. Jelas, jelas. Gumalaw yung bangko.
Alone in the middle of the night,
he notices the bag he dropped on the bed is slowly creeping to life, edging along the bed surface until it finally drops to the floor. And that was that. Or at least that's what he thought. One night he was on his phone when his chair subtly moved by itself. As the chair drags itself towards the bed, fear overcomes him and he makes a run for it. Guess who will be shouting at the estate agent in the morning?
This Reddit user heard something a little odd from the vents in his house. Thinking it was just the pipes, he went over to check it out, but never expected to find this.
What the?
Imagine sleeping at night knowing that thing is right there next to your bed. Obviously, everyone's first thoughts were influenced by sheer panic that this was an extraterrestrial vent dweller. But let's go down the more rational route and look at the animal kingdom. Couldn't it just be a frog or a rat covered in waste? Or it could be some strange things from a different realm, I guess. No idea, but one thing's for sure, this one is freaking the internet out. And can you blame them? I mean, look at it.
Who doesn't love a good unboxing video? Especially when it's a surprise toy from Walmart. Brandy Nicole and her little one were definitely looking forward to it. But as they began diving into the fun, someone or something seemed to want to get involved.
So Lydia and I have been seeing you guys do these on here, and we saw one at Walmart. There was only one left, so we decided to buy it, and now we're gonna do it. Okay. Oh, we were getting water everywhere. Instead, do it like this. Okay. Now we need to. Okay, open it. Open it. Open it. Open it. Ew. Open it. Here. Okay, now open it. Ew.
It keeps squirting out.
Holy shit!
That was creepy.
Just as she's urging her daughter to open the box, the door decides it's time to join the party. Coincidence? Well, on the paranormal believers' side, we could assume a curious spirit misunderstood her request to open the door rather than the toy box. But if we look with a slightly more skeptical point of view, it's worth analysing her reactions. First, she looks at the camera and says okay.
Okay.
Like she's making sure the door can be seen on screen before she says open.
Open it.
Maybe to alert someone to pull a string off camera. Then the door opens, and yet again she checks the screen to ensure the door is still visible. A little bit suspicious, isn't it? It's hard to ignore Brandy's frequent glances at the screen. Is she just ensuring the camera's still rolling, or is she making sure that the moneymaker remains in shot? Watch it again, weigh their reactions, and tell us in the comments, genuine haunted house, or just another TikTok trick? Leave your theories down below.
Alright, I think that's enough for tonight. Here, I'll show you what I have as far as my rose goes. Goose. Got the 3 little petals. Got the 5 medium-sized petals. Orange was the color this time around. Making just a rainbow of roses for her so she can look at them every day. Big petals. 5 big petals. I'm gonna finish putting this together later. Well, have a good night.